I'm very optimistic. In July of last year, I said in Nashville that Bitcoin would rise in value by an average of 29% per year for the next 21 years. I think what you see are the early crypto supporters who came up with a lot of great ideas over the last 10 years. There is also a new group of professional Bitcoin holders, such as BlackRock, the ETF, and the Bitcoin treasury companies. I'm becoming more optimistic about that prediction. BTC has grown by 57% a year for the past 5.5 years. That's twice the Mag 7 again. That's 4 times the S&P. Also, that's 8 times the value of real estate, and bonds are down 4%. All right, Joe. Bitcoin is destroying everything. It's been brought to my attention that Michael Saylor during that time, Bitcoin is beating all of them except for XRP. XRP has done much better than Bitcoin. Than Bitcoin. That's not a mistake. You guys need to pay attention, friends, because Michael Saylor, he does care about Bitcoin that much. He thinks, breathes, and talks about that all the time. But the truth is that XRP is better at what Bitcoin does, and it has faster growth. It has faster growth potential because almost everyone hasn't seen it yet. Okay, those are the simple facts. It is very clear from these charts that when Bitcoin goes up a little, XRP usually moves a lot more quickly. You can see this for today, yesterday, and the day before. $3.20 for every XRP. Our first line of resistance is now at $3.40. Everything Michael Saylor talks about in today's movie about Bitcoin is also true for XRP. You can be sure of it. So let's hear what he has to say. Then I'll break it down a bit and show how it relates to our favorite coin, XRP. Once upon a time, we were very interested in the halvings, but now there are only 450 Bitcoins available for purchase every day. That's about $45 to $50 million a day at this level. All of that is being used by Bitcoin finance companies, and Bitcoin ETF are on the rise. So, I'm very hopeful because of this. In July of last year, I said in Nashville that Bitcoin would rise in value by an average of 29% per year for the next 21 years. That brings the price of a coin from around $65,000 to $13 million in 2045. It's getting easier for me to make that prediction, but I'm still sure that the average R over the next 20 years will be 30%. It's clear that you are the best hodler ever. If you have money, I think you'd buy Bitcoin, don't you? It doesn't matter if it's up, down, or flat. Sure, Joe, 100% Bitcoin. Since August 10th, 2020, it's been a great trip. There's about $8.03 billion worth of Bitcoin that MicroStrategy bought. We're up 825% since we borrowed money to buy it. As of Friday, Nvidia was the best performing stock in the S&P. It was up 821%. This means that our Bitcoin approach helped us beat every company in the S&P index. Our main job, though, is making Bitcoin better. We are, in a sense, securitizing Bitcoin. Key. Some people don't want all the risk and instability that comes with Bitcoin, so we sell convertible bonds. Is it true that some people want a 150% risk? Some people want highly leveraged stocks, and they trade options. This makes the options market very big, deep, and rich. So, we have high-performing stock and have also been the first to offer Bitcoin-backed bonds by releasing these convertible bonds backed by 5 times more Bitcoin collateral. If you buy the ETF, you get the same results as a stock, but you pay a 25 basis point fee and get no return. If we sell a $1 billion convertible bond that pays 1% interest, we get a 50% bonus or 50% type BTC yield on the front end and then another yield on the back end. If you wanted to borrow $1 billion for 1%, you could buy Bitcoin with that money and hold on to it for 7 years. So it is. This would give you a kind of tax-deferred return on your asset. That's something you can't do by yourself, but MicroStrategy can. What did you make? Oh, I think I just read in the news that $1.02 billion left the Bitcoin ETF. Also, sir, I'd like to know what you think is going on with the ETF and the price of Bitcoin. It's been a good thing overall, and it's made more people want to buy it. But remember that Bitcoin is smart, fast, and safe money. You can't put your $10 million apartment in Singapore, borrow 10 times that amount, and then sell $100 million worth of New York real estate. But if you borrow $10 million, you can short $100 million worth of Bitcoin. There are a lot of quick money traders, which means there's a lot of instability, stability, food. This will cause volatility in the ETF as well. It is the world's most liquid, free, and open financial market. Your apartment in New York is not liquid or fungible. I can't sell it quickly. This means that Bitcoin trades very, very hard during short-term panics. Shouldn't it be the other way around? It's been going up by 44% a year for a long time. You can get 12% from the S&P with VIX vol, or you can take 3 times the vol to get 44%. If you're an investor, it will be great in the long run because it's strong cash. Traders have a lot of chances to make money through trading in the near future. Yes, Michael Saylor was right about Bitcoin, but he was wrong about XRP. From the lows we saw not even a year ago, he missed 5, 6, or 7 times gains. That's completely crazy when you think about it. I also have to say that Bitcoin is the best dog. It's kind of like how the stock market is being used to promote a new business. In this case, you can see a lot of new internet companies starting up. Boom. And you see one internet company that makes no money and has no use in the real world, but investors are pouring money into it left, right, and center. Why? Since internet companies are the next big thing and a lot of people are investing in them, I see no reason not to. Also, there's this much smaller internet business that is building in secret, is actually making money, making sales, and giving their investors a great return, but a lot of people don't care about it. Maybe it didn't get as much attention, or maybe a lot of institutions are secretly moving money over there while they talk about the big, flashy internet companies that are doing really well in the short term in front of everyone. But they know what they're doing with their money. And Mr. Michael Saylor, he is smart about how to move money around. That's what MicroStrategy is all about. He gets a lot of people to invest in his product, which buys Bitcoin for other people with some borrowed money. Fine. He then makes money from all the small transactions that people make through his product. This is why he supports Bitcoin so much. And he won't talk about XRP because he doesn't have the same system set up for that. Plus, he's made his brand so pro-Bitcoin and focused on Bitcoin that it would not be in his best interest to do that. He wasn't supposed to talk about XRP. He not only talks about Bitcoin all the time, but he also doesn't make any money from it. Without a doubt, that is true. That being said, I want all of you to do this. So, don't pay attention to the noise and buzz in the mass media. In fact, I think it's probably best to stay away from everything the mass media is talking about. If they only talk about Solana and Bitcoin, you should probably ignore those and try to figure out what the real value is. XRP and HBAR are those two, in my view. Please note that this is just my opinion and not financial advice. That's why those are driving me crazy. That's why I talk about them every day on my show. I believe this is the reason why they aren't talked about every day in the major news sources. Very briefly put. That being said, I'd like to ask you all to join my great Discord and Telegram community. There, you can trade with me and of course buy every dip like I do. That is my plan, and it's really working. I've had months where I made 400%, and guys, this is all for free. You guys can join for free. You can see all of my trades for free. It's up to you guys what you do. In my group, I don't give out financial tips. The only reason I'm telling everyone what I'm doing is because it works so well for me. And I'm happy to just tell you what I'm doing because I want my whole brand to be based on being open and honest, and helping you learn new things. Now, all you have to do is use my promotion link to sign up for one of my partner exchanges, either BitNX or BTCC. You can find both of them on my website. They have great bonuses. The biggest deposit bonus on BTCC is 10% tover. There's also BitEnix, which lets you get in right away and doesn't require a VPN or know your customer kick process. They also offer $8,000 in bonuses. There's some really cool stuff